our resident Tekashii 6ix9ine extraordinaire,
super fan.
Tekashii 6ix9ine inside that knows the deep breakdown, can give us a deep dive into everything. And but really, we're just going to talk about the morals from a moral standpoint and from a music standpoint. So let's firstly just talk about in the situation that he was in. Do you think he is the wrong of wrongs? Gali, I'll go with you to start. You can give us a little backdrop of your take on it and maybe just a little bit of a deep dive into the story, because you know some of the intricacies that a lot of man wouldn't know.
So if I could just summarize this very swiftly, what I think people might not know ultimately is the fact that he was brought in to the 9 Trey Bloods and went through the initiation process as if to have a man, you know, feeling like he's legitimately involved. And ultimately what led to their downfall was the fact that the 9 Trey Bloods split in half. And man started civil war because they were beefing over the fact that man felt like they weren't getting enough money out of the Tekashii fund, I suppose. So ultimately, man's greed is what really started the downturn. And I think a lot of people don't realize that Tekashii, before he went jail, was literally in the middle of a civil war in between the Bloods gang, beefing each other. We've been right in the middle. And there's every chance that he would have held live corn if he didn't get nicked. Allegedly, the reason why they nicked him was because they had intelligence that he was going to get shot. So they were like, we better arrest him quickly, otherwise we have no case, no witness, no nothing, and a dead rapper. Personally, look at that, he's disgusted.
I'm not. What do you mean? I'm listening.
He's disgusted.
I'm concentrating, you know.
I'm concentrating. You know what? Yeah? I equated it to a more localized version of events that made it make sense to me. But I basically feel as though that 6ix9ine, he wanted the clout and he wanted the untouchable aura, and them man provided that. But ultimately, like, obviously, we all know he wasn't about it. We all know he wasn't about that life. I feel as though, I don't know. See, I think me and Nats especially, Meter's looking at me like, what the fuck is he on about? There's a thing where I think we're going to cross swords on the fact here that I think it does take some level. Ew, look at his face now. He's ready for me now. You know?
No. You said cross swords, innit?
Carry on, we're listening. Carry on.
You know, yeah.
Carry on.
I hope the viewer forgives me if I feel like I'm kind of finding my way as I'm getting along, because obviously, you know, I'm just trying to articulate this in the right way. But I genuinely feel as though it would have been easier, and we are going to disagree on this, but I genuinely believe that in some cases, the easier option would be to do what he hasn't done. I feel like it would be easy just to take the charge for your involvement, maybe get yourself in protective custody, get yourself moved to a jail somewhere far off, you know, or snitch and then get witness protection and reinvent yourself in East Europe somewhere. Like, he didn't take the easy option. Of all the ways this could have went, I wholeheartedly thought he was going to disappear. I thought he was going to witness protection, come out in 2 years and vanish. So.
But instead, he's done a Conan, basically. That's what he's done.
Jesus Christ. I like.
No. What's the problem with the silence? No one's dead. I'm just...
None at all. No games. I love that. Yeah, man.
Because that's the only. Because if we want to talk about UK, it's the same thing. But he just didn't change his name. Now it's there. It's the same thing. Hello, is anyone there? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you call me a fuck so much.
That was local. That was local. Still, it's the same thing.
It's real talk. That's the thing. That's the. Yo.
I'm just saying.
Khalid, do you want to go?
Are you going to elaborate on that, or was that just a little sideswipe?
Nah, we could talk about that. We're having that topic about 6ix9ine, but I'm just throwing something out there that is relevant to our audience. You know, some people might not care about 6ix9ine, but that's also connected to the same thing, and it's all part of the road, isn't it? So that's why I just threw it out there. So everyone can relate to what you're continuing to say.
Personally, I don't feel a sense of enough knowledge specifically about Conan as to why that would be a close parallel. I feel like if I speak, I feel like if I spoke on that, I'd be speaking somewhat in ignorance, because it's not something I really did a deep dig into to really know.
Yeah.
And
We don't have to get into all that too tough. Let's focus on the Tekashii in terms of what's your take on the situation?
Obviously, the situation. I feel just like before. I feel like if he wasn't a rapper, man wouldn't have like. I get the whole thing that he wasn't a street youth, and like obviously he's been not kind of coerced by these 9 trades, but I just feel like if he wasn't a rapper, he wouldn't be getting this. It's like man trying to comfort him because he snitched, and he to come up. I'm confused, fam. Like, but like obviously, in terms of the moral compass, man's trying to say like, oh, because he wasn't a street youth, and man's made him kind of be involved. But he was embracing the involvement of it because he was doing stuff, and bruv, he was acting like he was in Chi-Town in the nighttime. He was doing all that. He didn't mind doing all that. He didn't mind doing all that.
You know what though? You see, he's saying that. You see 6ix9ine's antics though. He can't pull off not one of them antics at all, unless the man them behind him are like, "Yeah, can we go?"
Yeah, I get that, but you still have to yourself go and do that antic. Man wasn't holding puppet strings above your head and making you walk and making you open your mouth. You wanted to do all them things. So
go on, carry on. No,
so the whole thing of like I don't feel like people are blinding, but like I don't know, man. It feels weird to me because I've seen certain situations which are literally the same, but man is not getting that same sort of love. Man is giving him love, like people are giving him love, like he's done a good job. He's done a madness to the people he's involved with, to himself and his family as well, because man can still go after his family. You snitch, fam.
Yeah.
He's endangered everyone still. He's endangered everyone. And for me,
and then you've come out and then you're making a mockery of what you've done. That's the worst thing.
But certain man, I've heard, I don't mean certain man like I'm being indirect, I just can't remember who really, but I've heard American rappers say, that no one ain't gonna touch him now.
No.
Because at this point now,
the new school people were jumping him still.
Huh?
Like the new school kind of rappers and the new school kind of people, they will accept him same way, because it's money in it. In this generation now, money is like people respect money too much. So if man thinks they can make a quick buck off of him, they will involve themselves. Even if they die down the relationship after, they will involve themselves. But old school sort of people, like, you know, the sort of likes in America, the Boosies and all them, and them men won't go near them sort of guys like that, because that's how their moral compass is. You get me?
Yeah.
But
anyone who's been snitched on, or anyone who's been in a situation where they could have snitched and didn't, or whatever, anyone who's got any real first-hand taste of that life is going to be disgusted by 6ix9ine regardless.
What do you think?
Now, for me, I agree in it. Like, I think that no one sent him out there. Man's running into next man's ends, talking a bag of smack, doing X, Y, and Z. He basically rolled the dice, got hit with a 6, and didn't pass go and collect £200. He ended up in jail, fam. That's basically what man did. And then now, they're picking it up. But one thing I would say, in this generation, this new generation, because it's like I'm an old man, but that stuff there in my generation weren't tolerated. Now it's like, oh yeah, you know, everyone deserves a second chance. He put his life first. Bruv, you're dancing around screaming you're real skeng daddy. So hold it, innit? That's the world that you were in. So hold it. No one didn't throw you in the back of a car with a 2-seat and said you're rolling with the oldest tonight. No one didn't do that to him, fam. So I don't get it, cuz I don't understand how everyone can. Well, not everyone, but people are basically trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
The thing is,
the world that you live in, then basically hold it. If you don't live in that world, it's different.